You know, I am getting sick and tired of every single time I post a Boxycharm spoiler video, we get more spoilers. So anyway, hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through all of the newest roundup of spoiler items, spoiler brands, and just news we have on the May Premium and Base Boxycharm boxes. I did do now a whole dedicated video to spoilers, which I will link up above, and I've also spoken about in my most recent favorites video the Bloom Effects Moisturizer that was a choice item for premium. I've spoken about, honestly, a lot of the products coming in May, and of course I thought I was being super thorough and I thought I had all of the information rounded up for you, and unfortunately there's now more. So today, that's what we're going to dive into, more May Boxycharm base and premium spoilers. So if that's something you are into, make sure to keep on watching, and don't forget to subscribe because I upload every other day, and that'll be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into more May spoilers with me, stay tuned. Okay, so like I said earlier, I am going to link all of the spoiler videos throughout this video. I'm going to try not to double up and give you information that I've already spoken about. In my last video, I got a couple comments that are like, wow, you've been talking about the Bloom Effects Moisturizer for a long time, the Royal Nectar product, and yeah, I spent a lot of time talking about it because it's a really great skincare product. It is a premium choice item, but today I'm going to try not to harp on all of the things that I've already spoken about, and we're going to stick to the new items. So we did already mention in a previous video that the Haus Labs eyeshadow palette is a choice item. It is going against the Murad moisturizer, and honestly it looks like a very pretty palette. We did just get, I'm going to call it pseudo confirmation because it's not like 1000% sure, but that the Cab Cosmetics, Cab being Kim Zolciak's brand with her daughters, we got the lip oil from them a couple months ago, but they are also in the base box with an eyeshadow palette variation, and the colors are very similar to the Haus Labs palette. I'm going to put the Kim Cab palette next to the Lady Gaga Haus Labs palette, and you can look that the formulas are going to be different, and obviously one has more shades, but as far as a color story, they're all kind of the same. It's Huda Desert Dusk vibes. It has those purples with those oranges. I actually didn't even plan for this when I did my eyes today. I did not use either of those palettes. I used the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2, which obviously has a lot of similar colors with those orangey warm colors mixed with those purple colors. So definitely the type of vibe you can easily get out of a palette like that. So that being said, I do think that both of these palettes look pretty, but I did mention in my choice video that of the choice items, the palette was my least favorite choice. So now that I know that there's a second palette in the mix, I'm actually really excited because the palette was going against a Murad moisturizer. Again, all of the details will be in that video up above. And because that moisturizer was more exciting to me, I wouldn't have ended up getting the palette if I got my choice items. Now, I do get my boxes in PR, so I don't actually get to pick my choices. But now that I know that both palettes are available, it does make me a little happier knowing that I'll probably have a really cute sunset vibe coming out of my base box no matter what I get. Now, the Cab palette is a $52 price point, which for an 18 pan eyeshadow palette is absolutely pretty par for the course. Like, obviously it's not going to rival Morphe's 20-something prices, but for a luxe brand, it's definitely in that price point I would expect, and there's a lot of colors in there. So all in all, I do think if I had to look at the two of those side by side, I would be more compelled by the larger palette, but again, I would have picked the Murad over the Haus Labs anyway, so there was really no chance I would have gotten the Haus Labs, except I'm on PR, so I might get it. Either way, I'm going to be happy to try it, but just so you know where I'm sitting with my thoughts, I definitely would have probably been more excited for the Cab palette with the Murad versus getting the Haus Labs and whatever's going against the Cab palette. So now we're going to talk about some brands that are going to be in the box. I'm going to put a graphic up on screen that has been circulating, that Boxycharm posted, Joe posted, basically everybody has posted at this point. Now, it does have 5 brands listed there that are all coming to this month's boxes. Now, obviously, we've already spoken about 2 of the 5 that are up there. The first being the Haus Labs palette, and the second being the Bloom Effects Moisturizer, which I promise, I heard you in that last video. I am not going to talk about it again. I also removed the pillow from the chair so it doesn't look like I have elf ears anymore. So many people commented on my last few videos with that pillow right behind my head that gave me these like pinky elf ears. So the elf ears are gone, and we're also not going to talk about the Bloom Effects again. But I do love it, and not sponsored. I just love it. So the other 3 brands on there are Audacity, Too Faced, and Bite. Now, I did mention in that previous video the 2 items from Too Faced that are coming, one being the RX Hangover Primer, which has coconut in it, so it does break me out, but it does make your makeup look really good. So it's a product that I have used in the past, I'm very familiar with, and I loved it, and I didn't realize why my skin was breaking out. I just knew that my makeup looked great, and then I realized that it had coconut in it, which I probably should have just read the label, but you know how I am. Sometimes I just get so excited and dive into a product. Now, in addition to that, there are the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Single Cream Shadows, or Liquid Shadows, which look like they have more of a matte formula. Not really a product I typically tend to go for, as I do prefer my powder shadows. However, that being said, it's not a product I wouldn't be happy to try out. It's just not really something that screams excitement for me. Now, Bite Beauty and Audacity are the 2 that I'm the most excited for, because Bite has been one of those brands forever that I've been excited for, because it's all natural food grade ingredients, especially when they talk about how you eat so many pounds of lipstick in a year. The fact that their products are all food grade ingredients, so you're not consuming like cosmetic products, it's like food product like I wouldn't eat the lipstick, but you know what I'm talking about. And we did get in Audacity micellar water. It was the blue one that came, I think, in Boxycharm Premium, and I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago. It had the turmeric and holy basil in it. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even try it. I did give it away to a friend of mine who then called me and said, if you get any more of this, I need it. And then when my paid box came, I had an extra 2, so I sent her one and I kept one for myself. I actually really liked the product. I didn't end up trying it on camera because I was like, do I really need another micellar water? But the product was really good, which leads me to believe that I'm really excited for what we're going to get, but that is more of a skincare line. Now, Bite Beauty is typically known for lip, but they have come out recently with cheek product, a tinted moisturizer, and complexion, so that really could be anything. What I love most is when I get a box where I can do a full face, and right now, just with the variations that we've seen, the products that we've seen, and really all of the items that have currently been spoiled in the box, it's leaning to me that we'll be able to get a full face, whether that is a lip and eyeshadow, a blush, and a moisturizer, and then some other random item we don't know. Maybe it'll be brushes. Not really sure, but I love when I look in the box and there's no overflow. Like, I personally don't love when I get a highlighter and a blush highlight duo together, because I feel like I'm trying multiple highlighters at the same time. I also don't love when I get like a serum and a primer, because what is a primer besides an overcharged serum moisturizer hybrid? I mean, I know that's an oversimplification and they do more than that, but when you think about what a primer is, it's really just an overcharged moisturizer with some blurring benefits, depending on the one you're using. So that being said, it is looking to me like these boxes are really going to have the ability to build a full face, which is always what I'm the most excited for. So if you made it all the way to the end, I would love to hear your speculations on what products you're the most excited for, whether that be from my other spoiler videos or this one. Really just boil it down to what products are you excited for, what brands are you excited for. Right now, if I had to list my top 3, obviously the Bloom Effects Moisturizer, I already have a backup, but if I can get like 10 more of those, I will absolutely love to have that on hand, because it just makes my skin feel so glowy and dewy even underneath foundation. I used it as prep this morning, and then I actually set with powder, and I still feel like my skin has this really ethereal, healthy glow to it, which is obviously like totally my vibe. I'm also really excited to try out that Cab palette. I think that just given that compared to the House Labs palette, it's a little more exciting to me because of the wider array of shades. I don't really love a 10-pan palette. I like options, you know that, so bigger palettes are definitely more my vibe. And then looking at everything else, I'm really excited for Bite. You know, that is a brand where I've been very happy and surprised with the products I've used, so I would like to continue to be pleasantly surprised. I know they had a few new launches recently, and Boxy's been really good lately about getting us those new releases into boxes as early as possible. So I am personally holding out on either one of their new liquid blush formulations or something of the like, because who doesn't love blush? It is so trendy right now, and a little blush in the cheeks really just brings some warmth to the face. I was on a Zoom call earlier today, and I didn't have enough blush on, and I feel like I looked like a ghost. So I then packed on like so much more blush, and it still looks pretty muted. So I'm probably going to go add more anyway. So those are my top 3 choices. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!